how are you doing? I'm really excited about today's video because first of all, it's a collaboration together with my dear friend Alyssa, and you will see a little clip of her talking about how we met and how we became friends, and then she's also making a video giving her tips how to make friends as an adult. And second of all, this is a really like a topic that has been coming up a lot recently in my own life. I've been talking to my friends about this, and this is something I actually need some advice on because I have been traveling lots the last couple of years, and all my closest friends are living all around the world, and I don't really have that many friends left here back home in Sweden. So I'm in need of some more friends. Luckily, like, my sisters are some of my best friends, and like, it's awesome living with them, or at least one of them, because my other sister is away studying. But I would like to find some more friends living around Stockholm and Uppsala. So if you're living in this area, let me know, because I would love to meet up, having a cup of tea or a fika, if you know what I mean. Like, if you live in Sweden, you know what a fika is. It's like a cup of tea or coffee with something sweet to eat. So yeah, hit me up and let me know if you wanna hang out. So my first tip would be going to school, because when I came back home here, I was, I applied for school, and I've started to study. And of course my study is like a distance study, so I'm not at campus all the time, just like 3 weeks out of every term. But my hopes were like, I'm gonna go study, I'm gonna find some new friends, it's gonna be awesome. And yes, I met some of my classmates, and I have been clicking quite well, and I have lots to talk about with them, and it's great. But none of them live here around in my area. So that's like having my friends abroad, Skyping, calling, and like that, texting. But it would be awesome to find some friends that you can just have over for dinner or watch a movie together with, or just like actually hang out like face to face. Studying is a great tip because then you both have the same interests if you study something that you're interested in. And the same goes with if you have like a hobby. If you do something active like playing football or tennis or doing some sort of sports, or if you go to do, like, I would like to go to some sort of clay course, like how, like pottery, like, yeah, how do you make like bowls and cups and everything out of clay. So I would love to attend like a pottery class, and that would be a great way to meet some people and have something to talk about, and hopefully find some friends that you have something in common with. I went to like some courses how to make your own jewelry in silver, but the only problem was like everyone who did the course together with me were like 60 years old or older. So I love hanging out with old people, don't get me wrong, like my grandma and I are super tight, and I love talking to older people because they have so much fun stories and knowledge to tell. But sometimes you want to hang out with people in your own age. But so yeah, that course was great, but as I said, maybe not as many young people doing that sort of thing. Maybe it was just this course. Maybe you can find another place where they make things like crafts like that, and people are actually in your own age. But anyways, my next tip would be like Facebook. They have so many groups on Facebook. For example, when I was an au pair, I was like an au pair in Rome, so not applied, like I was a part of the group like au pairs in Rome, or like expats in Rome, and groups like that. You can find so many groups, like if in the town you're living in, or if you're gonna if I moved somewhere, there's probably some sort of group, or I'm sure there are gonna be like event groups as well, because they have lots of events on Facebook as well. I haven't used that before, but I'm sure there's gonna be so much like events going on that you can say, hey, someone going to this event, someone wanna go with me, or something like that. There is, I haven't used any of these myself, but I know that they're out there, and I probably will use them at some point to find some new friends and meet some new people. There's Meetup, and I know like Bumble has a like BFF function. Instead of dating, you can do like the find new friends. And there's also an app called Go Friendly. I never used it myself, as I said, but I've heard other people use it and liking it. I think that's only for women, so like, yeah, just like a dating app but for making friends. So that are some of my tips how to find friends. And also, I have to say, when I was out traveling, for some reason I get more like, I'm not as shy. I have more courage to walk up to people and ask them questions. For example, like if I was in a grocery store and I didn't know, because there's different ways of like packing, like weighing your fruit and vegetables in Spain, and then I was in Portugal and I didn't know if they did it like back home in Sweden or if they did it like in Spain. So I just walked up to a couple of guys and like, hey, excuse me, can you help me? And you know, do I weigh the fruit here or by the cashier, or what do I do? And the guys helped me, and after that we continued talking and we ended up exchanging in Instagrams, and we continue to keep in contact even now. So that's a great way if you're brave enough, just ask someone a question out on the street or wherever you are, because even though maybe you may know the answer, you can just ask them questions, because it's a good way of starting a conversation with someone. Like you're waiting by the bus and be like, hi, excuse me, do you know when the next bus is coming, or do you know how many stops there is to get off at the name of a certain place you need to go? There's so many ways you can just start talking to strangers. I know it can be hard, and for some reason I do it more often when I'm out traveling, because no one knows me and I'm a tourist and there's always something to talk about. But I need to break out of my comfort zone and do it here in Sweden as well, because I'm sure there's so many awesome people out on the street, and you never know. If you just ask someone a question on the street, you may have the most awesome conversation, and you may change numbers and hang out, you know, another time together. So that would be one of my best tips. I should actually, you know, I go to a gym, and I should, you know, if I see someone I think looks like interesting and seem like a nice person, just walk up to the person and say like, hey, you have an awesome body. What kind of butt workouts do you do? Can you get me, like, give you some tips on how to work out or something? I mean, I would be so happy if someone gave me that sort of compliment, and it would be really, you know, nice to start up a conversation, because you always go to the gym, like, this could be also a very Swedish thing, because people don't really talk to each other. I'm sure there's other countries where you actually have more interactions with the people around you, because in Sweden we're very like in our bubble and don't really talk to the people around us. So like at the gym, it could be lots of people there and no one even looks at each other. You don't say hey or anything. I try to make eye contact and like smile and say good morning or hi. So, you know, letting other people know that I see you. It doesn't have to mean anything more than that, than just be like, hey, we are both humans and I wish you a really great morning and an awesome workout. Yeah, so that's my tips on like how to like places to find new friends. And now I'm gonna let Alyssa tell the story about how we met and how we became friends, So over to you, Alyssa.
Hello everyone! So my name is Alyssa and I wanted to share with you the story of how I met Ingrid. We were both au pairs in the fall of 2016 and our kids went to the same school, so we were both sitting outside waiting for school to release the kids, and I was on a phone call, and when I hung up the phone she said to me, "Oh, you speak English, where are you from?" And so that's how we officially met, and I'm really happy that she was brave enough to say something to me because I probably wouldn't have. I was just feeling really introverted in that season of my life, and so I'm really glad that she said something. So that's when we met, and we only hung out a few times during that time period, but we stayed in touch through Instagram, and like, I don't know, a year and a half later, I was posting some personal things on my Instagram stories, and she messaged me to let me know that what I was saying resonated with her and she could relate. And so that's when we really started talking, and we began to get to know each other a little bit better, like through Instagram. Then I came back to Rome in 2018 and I asked her to fly down and meet me and we could have a girls' adventure together, and she did. So she came to Rome, and that's when we really began to get close and get to know each other on a deeper level, and I'm so happy for that time. And my life kind of turned upside down in the middle of that, and so we actually ended up like renting out a flat together. We lived together for a while here in Rome, and then she actually offered to let me house sit her home in Sweden while her family went on holiday over Christmas. And so I actually ended up going to Sweden and meeting her whole family and spending like almost 2 months there. So that's how we met and became really close. And now that we are not living close together anymore, it's harder to keep in touch, but I think that we are both very intentional about it, first of all, so we can text each other, call each other anytime. It's not weird or anything. And then it's also one of those really special friendships where a lot of time can pass, but once you talk and or see each other again, it's like no time has passed at all. I don't know if you guys have a friendship like that, but that's what Ingrid and I have, and I'm so grateful for her. I think she just understands me. I just understand her. We don't have to explain ourselves, and it's just really comfortable. Like, we can completely be ourselves around each other, and we support each other in the things that we dream about, the things that we want to see happen in our lives. And she's just a really sweet, really dear friend of mine, and I'm so grateful to have met her in my adult life. Our friendship is going to last a very long time, and I'm so happy to be sharing my life with her, and she's just a really great friend. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to make friends as an adult. I think Ingrid is really good at this, and I think that she's going to share some really good tips with you guys. So I'm wishing you friendships and love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
I feel so lucky to have Alyssa in my life, and it's, you know, as you see, like, it's kind of random how we, when we actually were at the same place at the same time, we weren't really friends, but how we, like, we realized how much we had in common, and like we became really, really, really good friends. So there's hope. Just ask the person sitting next to you on the bench. You know, you never know, you could end up being your best friend for the rest of your life. But anyways, I want to give you some tips on how to stay in contact with the friends that you already are having in your life. And as I said before, Skyping, FaceTiming, like as Alyssa and I do, call each other, and also texting. Like, once in a while, just send them a text saying like, "Hey, how are you? I've been thinking about you, I miss you," or just letting them know like, "Hey, I'm still here for you," even though we don't talk every day or every week. Just say, "Hey, miss you." And that, you know, it's so nice getting a random text from a friend saying that they miss you and have been thinking about you. And if you like, you can write a letter that's really nice and personal. I have one friend, and we had some letter, like we did send letters to each other back and forth, and that's so, like, it was so nice getting like a handwritten letter from your friend, and it was like so heartwarming and beautiful. And I would also say, like, with the friends that you have, no, one more thing. If you have a friend that lives, you know, in another country, you should go and travel together. If you don't want to go to like each other's like place where you live, you can meet someone in the middle, explore a new town or city or country together. That would be a really cool experience, and you will have some more time to spend together. And also, I want to talk about how to keep the friends that you have like in your own life, because I know as an adult you have so much to do. You have so many things that you have to do, and maybe you don't have the time to meet up with your friends. So try to kill two birds with one stone. So if you know that you need to go to work out, go to a gym or go for a walk, call a friend and do it together, because then you're working out and you're hanging out at the same time. Or if you have a hobby, you can do the hobby together. Or if you need to eat, why not eat together? So kind of make time to meet up with your friends. That's really important. And just with making friends, be vulnerable and say, like, it's okay to say, I am in need of a friend. I don't know, for some reason I felt before that it was kind of like embarrassing to be like, say like, hey, I don't have any friends, I would really like to find some new friends. I don't know why I thought it was like embarrassing. Maybe because if you say like, I don't have any friends, it seems like you're weird or strange, or what's something like, there has to be something wrong with her, she doesn't have any friends. But it doesn't have to be that, you know, a reason, like a weird reason that you don't have any friends. As I said, like, I've been traveling, all my friends are living around the world, I don't really have any friends here. So just be vulnerable, and I mean, everyone want to have friends and want to be seen and want to connect with other people, and yeah, just be, as I said, be vulnerable and say that you want some friends. And I'm sure there are going to be other people out there say like, hey, I can really connect to that, I want to have some friends too, let's hang out. So yeah, I hope this has helped you in any way, and that you got some inspiration to go out there and strike a conversation with someone that you don't know. And do you say that? Strike a conversation? Start a conversation with someone that you don't know, and make some new friends and talk to some new people, because that's awesome. I have to say that's one of my like best memories while traveling, just talking to people and getting to know strangers. So yeah, and make sure to check out Alyssa's video and her channel. She has been so good and been posting every single day now in October, and I'm so impressed by her, and she makes awesome videos. And yeah, go and check her out. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hej då!